Let's continue. How to find out the gross profit in general, we have understood. How to find out gross profit in case of a hotel. In case of a hotel. Please remember, in case of a five-star hotel, please remember the fundamental principle of computation gross profit remain the same irrespective of the industry, irrespective of the product, irrespective of the service, irrespective of nature of the company. It's going to be all the same. That is sales minus COGS, and that is your gross profit. If we have to calculate the gross profit in case of a five-star hotel that we are trying to value, first we will need to find out as to from where this hotel is going to generate the revenues. So the revenue in case of a five-star hotel will come, number one, from the renting of hotel rooms, number two, from the food and beverage services, number three, meeting and events. So hotel will not only rent out the rooms, but the hotel will also rent out the venue for conducting meetings, venue for conducting conferences, venue for conducting weddings, venue for conducting social get together, and venue for conducting other functions. So these are other sources of revenue in case of a five-star hotel. The revenues will also come to a five-star hotel from restaurants and bars, and from in-room dining, outside catering services. So remember, a five-star hotel uh, 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 can also cater outside catering, and especially when they are getting good margins. And why should they not? Because ultimately they are in the business for making profit. So if they get a contract from outside for catering where they are getting a good price, they would do that as well, because ultimately it is going to increase to their sales. And the revenue will also come to your hotel from business center. And I'm sure all of us know that invariably all these five-star hotels throughout the world will also have a small section in the hotel uh, termed as a business center, where people who are staying in that hotel can conduct their meetings or discussions in that business center, for which of course they have to pay to the hotel. And that is how hotel will also get a revenue from the business center. And they will also earn revenue by renting out offices and shops. I am sure so many hotels all of us have been to, five-star hotel all of us have been to. Everywhere we have seen that in all the hotels there are shopping arcades. And what those shopping arcades are, those shopping arcades are nothing but the shops owned by the hotel and rented out to the outsiders. And that's where the hotel will also generate revenue by way of renting out the offices and shops. So remember, these are primarily are all the sources of generating revenue for the hotel. And now, if we have to arrive at the gross profit of this hotel that we are trying to value, so what we do, for the all the revenues that we are earning from all these activities will come here. And from this revenue, what we'll minus, we will minus all the costs that we are incurring for rendering these services. So the expenses which are being incurred on renting out the rooms, expenses which are incurred on the material for food and beverages, expenses which are incurred on the meetings, conferences, weddings. So all the expenses which are directly incurred for providing these services will be minus from here as cost of service. So we may not call it as cost of goods sold, we may call it as cost of service, because we are not selling a product, we are giving a service. So cost of service we will minus. So let's say this figure is 1000, and the cost of service of all these items that we see here is, let's say, 300, and what becomes in the bottom is 700, and this is the gross profit of this hotel. So this is how we will calculate gross profit in case of a hotel. I hope this answers the question of this gentleman.